What's up and peace to the family. This is another installment on my crypto and travel channel on YouTube. And the topic of today's segment is just because I'm pro black doesn't mean I'm anti white. I'm gonna let that sink for a few minutes. Just because I'm pro black doesn't mean I'm anti white. And we have to have this conversation in our community because it bothers me when I'm out, especially with my coworkers from the office. We got a very diverse, office, and we go out. We like to go out and have drinks and things on Thursdays and Fridays when we get off. And it's me and another young brother in there. We're pro-black, and we like to talk about how people of the black community, the American Africans of the diaspora, that's what I call us. We need to unite. We need to buy real estate. We need to support black businesses. We need to buy black. So we need to keep the black dollar circulate in the black community. At least 7 times before that dollar exits the black community. We have conversations like this open in public, and like I said, we have a very diverse office. It's in fact, me and the good brother, we are the only two American Africans of the diaspora who's in the office. And so we have these conversations, with our coworkers, which is fine. We get each other. But you have these other people of other races looking at us like we are cussing somebody out, like we're saying something wrong. And that's what I want to talk about today. That's what I want to talk about. Just because we are pro-black doesn't mean, excuse me, that we are anti-white. All we're doing is just starting to push an initiative to support our own, because we're not going to get that support from other races. We have to lift each other up. We have to bank black. We have to buy black. We have to, because a lot of people say, Kenan, man, why you move out of the black community, man? Why you move out? Why you leave the hood? But I never lived in a black community because everything was owned by white people. So let's get that clear too. I never lived in a black community because everything was owned by white people. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with white people, but what I'm saying is, again, we got to support each other. We got to lift and we got to build the black community, because we don't have that. We don't have any culture. They say hip hop is our culture, but we don't get paid from that. We don't get paid from hip hop. Hip hop is not our culture. We need culture. That's a topic for another conversation. But just because we are pro-black doesn't mean we're anti-white. That's all we say. That's all we be saying. And white people, they look at us like, look at those brothers. You know what I mean? So they look at us like we're saying something's wrong with white people. But that's not what we're saying, family. That's not what we're saying at all. We're just trying to push the initiative of circulating the dollar in the black community, buying black, supporting black businesses, black people buying and owning real estate, black people teaching each other how to invest, black people teaching each other about money and real estate, because they don't teach us that in school. We go to school for 12 years and we don't take a money course. We don't take an investing course. We don't take a course on real estate. We don't take a course on clothing. The 3 things that's essential when you become an adult: how to clothe yourself, how to obtain real estate, and how money works, period. We don't teach each other that. And so we have those type of conversations amongst ourselves out in the open public. And I'm just tired of white people looking at us like we're saying something wrong. White people, they teach their kids how to they establish trust funds and everything for their kids early. Those conversations are not happening in the black community, and that's what I'm trying to push out in the black community. And again, just because I'm pro-black, I'm not anti-white. I love some of my white brothers and sisters. I love some of my white brothers and sisters. They're all not racist as black people like to think. They're all not racist. They're all not mean and evil. But you have them out there, but all of them are not like that. And I love those people who are not. So I'm not anti-white. I'm just pro-black. And I think we need more pro-black people. We need to have these conversations around money. We need to have these conversations around real estate. We need to have the conversations around investing. We need to have these conversations about starting businesses. We need to have these conversations around the black dinner table. And that's what my company is. I got to plug my company out there. That's what I do. I've started a financial education company. For a really, really small fee, I'm teaching people how to get started with cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is it's the future. It's the next big thing, that cryptocurrency and blockchain. And for a small fee, I teach people I teach them the history of blockchain and cryptocurrency, right? I teach them how to start investing in cryptocurrency. I teach them how to peruse through and use cryptocurrency. I teach them how to figure out which cryptocurrency to invest in, because all of them are not good investments. I don't tell you where to put your money. I just teach you I teach you how to peruse through cryptocurrencies and figure out which ones to invest in. I teach you how to turn your investment into liquid cash. I teach you how to earn cryptocurrency passively on a daily basis, because because no one is going to teach you that. You have to figure that out on your own, which I figured it out. I earn cryptocurrency every day by not doing a thing, and that adds up every day, passively earning cryptocurrency, which I convert into USD. And I show them, and I'm going to teach people how to do that. I'm going to teach people how to avoid scams, because there are a lot of scams out there in this new space. Whenever a space like this is as large as it is and new as it is, you got people out there that's trying to scam you. I got scammed, so I'm just teaching from my lessons I've learned. I teach people how to avoid scams in cryptocurrency. And the name of this company is the Global Currency Network. The Global Currency Network, and that's the power of cryptocurrency. It's a global currency. It's a global asset. It's not centered to America, to one single country. It's global. And once cryptocurrency penetrates the market, it's going to be a global aspect. So that's why it's key to get in now. And that's what I do. And I'm also gonna start a service teaching people how to trade cryptocurrency and make profit from trading. People are afraid of trading because they're afraid of losing their money. And I'm gonna teach people strategies that minimizes risk, in the trading sector. And inside of the Global Currency Network, we have an initiative. We have a global impact initiative to introduce families across the globe to another stream of income with cryptocurrency, whether it's through trading, whether it's through earning crypto passively like I do. We have that initiative, a global impact initiative, to introduce families across the globe to a second stream of income. So that's what I do. That's what I'm starting. And but yeah, I had to plug that out there. And I'm targeting the black community. And I say this all the time because we're not having these conversations in the black community. And I want the black community to have a large footprint on cryptocurrency, because we always miss out on things. We missed out on the first internet boom. We didn't benefit from that. And blockchain technology has been dubbed Internet 2.0. And I want people of the black community to have a large footprint in cryptocurrency and blockchain, because it's going to change the future and it can change our lives. We want to, I'm going into my pro-black bag now. We want to change the situation that's going on out here in America with the brutal slaying of our black brothers, unarmed black brothers by police officers. We want to change the outcome when we go into banks and get denied from loans, and we see people of the opposite race with credit scores just like ours get approved. We want to change those outcomes. We want to change how all the real estate and places that we rent from is typically through people of the opposite race. That change is going to have its inception in financial literacy. We can march, we can rave, we can protest, we can hold up signs, we can scream until we're blue in the face. But our situation is not going to change until we become financial literate. We have to push that into the black community. I'm not saying anything is wrong with protesting and bringing awareness to situations, but that's not going to change. Protesting and hooping and hollering alone is not going to change. We have to start taking accountability in our own homes. And with cryptocurrency and blockchain, it can change the next generation of Africans of the diaspora. African Americans, that's what I'm saying when I say American Africans of the diaspora. It has to come through financial literacy. We have to start having these conversations around our dinner table. When we're riding in the car with our family, we have to have these conversations and be open and honest. That's how we're going to reshape our destiny. That's how we're going to reshape our future. And cryptocurrency can assist us. You know, we want to get involved in cryptocurrency before we're forced to. You know, and I teach people how to figure out which ones to invest, which cryptos to invest in. This is powerful, and it's cheap, dirt cheap. But I have to charge for my time, but it's dirt cheap. When I teach you how to trade, I've taken courses. I got to get off in 11 minutes. I don't want to keep you too long. I've taken courses, you know, to learn how to trade. These courses cost $1,500 upward to $2,000 to $2,500. I've taken one course that was $2,200, and I've taken another course that was $1,300. And, you know, and then when I had to buy the other things, you know, different software that they wanted you to pay for, the $1,300 course ended up being over $1,500, and the $2,200 course ended up being over $2,500. And I'm teaching the same thing that I learned. The same thing that I learned. I'm bringing it to the black community for pennies on the dollar. Real cheap. Really, really cheap. So just because I'm pro-black doesn't mean I'm anti-white, because we got good white brothers and sisters out there. You know, I'm not anti-white, but I have to target the black community with my black business, because we have to come up out of the situation, and that's only going to change through financial literacy. You know, all these black brothers getting slain on the streets. If they had whole life insurance policies, and I know you got to pay for whole life insurance policies, but you can get those for like where the cash value of them is $250,000. You know, we buy Jordans when they drop. You know, we buy LeBrons and stuff when we drop. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, but if we can buy those type of things, we can afford to have a whole life insurance policy. You know, where you can access that cash value here during your life and not just when you die. And you can access that I think it's up to 75% of that $250,000 policy. You can use that to buy real estate. That's here while you're living. That's what we have to do. And we have to get this type of information out in the community. And if every time one of these cops kill one of our unarmed black men, if they had whole life insurance policies, every time they kill one of us, they'll be in fact empowering our black community, because now we have these $250,000 life insurance policies. So every time you take one of us out, our family have access to that $250,000. And now we're empowering the black community every time you kill one of us. They won't go around killing all of us if they knew that every time they kill one of us, these Negroes are getting $250,000 or more. Now they're starting black-owned businesses. Every time we take one out, black-owned businesses flourish. That's the type of info that we got to get out in the black community. I'm ready to get off because I'm getting a little frustrated. I'm getting a little I'm getting ready to start preaching up in here. Hallelujah. I'm about to start preaching up in this mountain, y'all. But I'm getting a little frustrated. I'm about to get off. But we gotta push this initiative out. The Global Currency Network. Hit me up if you're interested in cryptocurrency. I do charge, but it's cheap. It's not expensive. I'm not overcharging my brothers and sisters for this information, because I want to get it out to the masses. I want to get it out to people in our black community, because that's the only way we're gonna fix this. Is through fixing our financial standpoint out here in the community. That's the only way we're gonna fix this. The Global Currency Network. We have a global impact initiative to introduce people of the black community to another stream of income. Peace. Hit me up. My email, klewis198724, klewis198724 @gmail.com. Hit me up there if you would like my services. Hit me up on Facebook. Search Crypto and Travel on Facebook. Search Crypto and Travel on Instagram if you're interested in my services. Peace. I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Stay up, community. Stay blessed.